You just like something you didn't even watch. Maybe it was a video with 1 million views. Maybe it was a restaurant with a line out the door. Your brain saw the crowd, and before you understood why, it already decided the crowd was right. But the real reason is far stranger than taste. This happens to almost everyone, almost every day. You scroll past a post with 10 comments and don't stop. You scroll past the same post with 10,000 comments and suddenly you're curious. Nothing about the content changed, only the number did. Why does a number change your mind before your mind even gets involved? Picture this. You're choosing between 2 coffee shops on a street you've never visited. One is empty. One has a line stretching out the door. You don't know either shop's coffee. You don't know the prices. But you walk toward the line. Not because you reasoned your way there, because your feet moved first. That pull has a name. It's called the bandwagon effect. It's the tendency to adopt a belief or behavior simply because other people have already adopted it. Not because the evidence is stronger, just because the crowd is bigger. Why would your brain do this? Because for most of human history, the crowd was the evidence. If everyone in the tribe ran from the tall grass, you didn't stop to test whether the danger was real. You ran too. The people who paused to verify usually didn't pass on their genes. So your brain inherited a shortcut. Agreement equals safety. Psychologist Solomon Asch proved how powerful this pull is back in the 1950s. He put a person in a room with actors who all gave an obviously wrong answer to a simple question, out loud, one by one. About 75% of real participants went along with the wrong answer at least once, even when their own eyes told them otherwise. Their eyes weren't confused. Their instinct to belong overruled their instinct to be right. Economist Harvey Leibenstein gave the effect its name in the 1950s too, describing how demand for a product can rise simply because other people are buying it, completely separate from the product's actual value. And more recently, researchers studying online behavior have shown that early likes and shares can snowball a post into virality, regardless of its actual quality, purely because visible popularity signals worth. Here's where it gets stranger. The bandwagon effect doesn't just change what you choose, it changes what you believe you chose for. Once you've gone along with the crowd, your brain quietly rewrites the story. You start believing you liked the coffee shop because of the coffee. You start believing you agreed with the group because you'd reasoned it through yourself. The shortcut hides its own tracks. And it isn't only strangers in line that trigger it. Watch what happens in a work meeting. Someone senior states an opinion. One person nods, then another. By the third nod, disagreement starts to feel less like an opinion and more like a risk. Nobody voted, nobody debated. The room simply drifted, one silent agreement at a time. Social media didn't invent this pull, it just gave it a scoreboard. Every like, every share, every follower count is a visible signal of crowd size, updating in real time, nudging your judgment before you've formed one. So the next time you feel certain about something, pause and ask where that certainty came from. Was it the evidence, or was it the crowd? You just liked something you didn't even watch. Now you know why. And maybe next time, you'll watch it first. If this made you think differently about your own certainty, subscribe for more, and tell me in the comments the last thing you agreed with just because everyone else did.